Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something many people feel but rarely discuss openly: loneliness. After 60, when children are grown, careers slow down, and the rhythm of life changes, loneliness can quietly enter our lives. It is not a weakness, nor is it something to be ashamed of. Loneliness is part of being human, and today I want to explore how we can not only cope with it, but even transform it into a space for growth, connection, and peace. Let me ask you, when was the last time you sat with yourself and asked, am I truly connected, or am I simply surrounded by silence? If this resonates, subscribe, and let's walk through this together. Loneliness feels heavy because we are wired for connection. For decades, our lives may have been full of people: colleagues at work, family at home, neighbors passing by. Then suddenly the noise quiets. The phone rings less often. Days feel longer. Psychologists tell us that loneliness can affect not just our mood, but also our health. It can influence sleep, memory, even the heart. But here is the hopeful part. Loneliness is not permanent. It is a signal, not a sentence. It tells us that the soul is asking for connection, meaning, or perhaps a new rhythm. Have you ever wondered whether loneliness might actually be an invitation to build something new? If you think so, hit subscribe and stay with me as we explore. One way to cope with loneliness is to rediscover curiosity. Sometimes we think curiosity is for the young, but in truth, curiosity has no age. When we are curious, we shift our focus outward, and the world begins to feel larger again. Some people pick up painting or photography, others explore history or poetry, and some simply take long walks and notice the changing seasons. Curiosity feeds the mind and often leads to new connections with people who share our interests. So let me ask you, what is something you have always been curious about but never gave yourself the time to explore? If that question stirs something in you, subscribe and join me as we keep uncovering new ways of living fully. Loneliness can also soften when we create structure in our days. When every day feels the same, the hours stretch endlessly. But when we create small rituals, a morning routine, a daily walk, an evening of reading, time begins to feel meaningful again. Our minds feel grounded, and the sense of emptiness becomes smaller. Structure is not about filling every moment, but about giving life a steady rhythm. What rhythm gives you comfort? Is it the sunrise, the sound of birds, or the pages of a favorite book? Think about it. And if you'd like more guidance on creating daily meaning, don't forget to subscribe. Another powerful way to cope is to nurture relationships, not necessarily with many people, but with a few who truly matter. Sometimes one meaningful conversation can lift the weight of an entire week. It might be a family member, a neighbor, or an old friend we reach out to again. Human connection doesn't always require grand gestures. A kind word, a shared cup of tea, or even a phone call can remind us that we are not alone in this world. So ask yourself, who is one person you could reconnect with this week? If someone's face just came to mind, subscribe now and let's keep exploring how small steps can heal loneliness. Loneliness can also be transformed when we turn inward and strengthen our relationship with ourselves. Many people fear solitude, but solitude and loneliness are not the same. Solitude is chosen. Loneliness is not. In solitude, we find time to reflect, to write, to listen to music, to pray or to meditate or simply to be still. When we grow comfortable with our own presence, loneliness loses its sharp edge. Could it be that learning to enjoy your own company is the first step toward never feeling truly alone? If you think so, subscribe and continue this journey with me. Stories from people over 60 show us that loneliness, though painful, can open unexpected doors. One man shared that after his wife passed, he felt unbearably alone, but in that silence he discovered painting. What began as a way to fill time became a passion, and through it he met a whole new circle of friends. Another woman who moved to a smaller town after retirement initially struggled with isolation, but she decided to volunteer at her local library, And soon, the library became a place of friendship and purpose. These stories remind us that while loneliness feels permanent in the moment, it can be the doorway to transformation. What door might loneliness be asking you to open in your own life? Subscribe and stay with us as we explore more of these real-life journeys. In the end, coping with loneliness is not about escaping it. It is about understanding it, listening to it, and gently moving toward connection, curiosity, and meaning. Loneliness may visit us, but it does not have to define us. After 60, every day is a gift, every interaction a chance to connect, every moment an opportunity to find beauty in both company and solitude. So let me leave you with this question. If loneliness is whispering to you today, what new step could you take tomorrow to turn that whisper into a spark of connection? Subscribe now, and let's continue this journey of aging with strength, wisdom, and hope together.